Hello everybody, this is Sparks. Welcome to another episode of Sparks Plays Minecraft. Plenty of things to get going and doing today. I'm going to stay away from that because there's rain. It's horrible. I kind of need to go in here. Welcome back. It's been a while, I'm really sorry. Switzerland happened, I was in Switzerland, and then other stuff happened and things were just going on. Most interestingly, I have a new job, which is great. But first, I'm just going to talk about what I'm doing here. You'll see that leaving off from last episode, we wanted to build a sorting system for the ores in this shaft mine. I have been doing a little bit of shaft mining. This staircase is not the permanent solution to getting down there. Before I had gaps where there weren't furnaces needed, so I put droppers in just to give it a bit of backing. Something needs to be done about this space back here. The other thing is I've collected all the different ores I need for the display. So it's going to go iron, gold, diamond, smooth stone. Smooth stone is only going to be generated if there's space, so there will be a limit obviously, because otherwise I'm going to end up with so much. Redstone, emeralds, coal, and then misc. I realised that I do not have space for lapis. It's fairly rare. I think it's going to be okay to put it into misc. Otherwise, I'm going to see how much coal actually comes out of this endeavour with all the smelting and stuff. It may be that I don't need the coal chests and the coal could go to misc. So we'll see. I've hollowed out a lovely space back here, completely hollowed out, ready for the wiring which I have prepared. Apart from these, and I just thought this was kind of interesting because these look at least to me like silverfish blocks, which I've never seen before. I don't think I've ever gone mining in an extreme hills biome, which is the only place they spawn naturally, since that was generated before the update. So I've got one question, and I doubt this works, but I was just wondering whether you can silk touch them, because that would be awesome if you could. No, you can't. Okay, so I need to clear these away, but I'm not looking forward to mining with them around. They're not too much of a bother, but they damage your boots like crazy. Okay, so we're going to start the episode today by just I've got a wiring system ready, which we're going to build up against here. I'm going to do, which one's first? Iron is first. Let's do iron. Okay, so this is a design by Aerofite. Good buddy Aerofite. He's been thinking up designs for sorting items for a little while now, and he's got some pretty good ideas going with it. So I'm going to use his design because I really like it. It's very compact, and it only loses you two items of what you're trying to sort. So I'm going to explain how this works to you. There will be a link to his actual tutorial video in the description, so if you want to get a full explanation of how everything's working and how you can utilize it for your own needs. It's a very simple concept but incredibly useful, using the new hoppers and the comparators. I love hoppers and comparators just for this reason, because you can sort things with them. So one more comparator down here. I believe you can use a repeater here as well, but apparently it's faster with a comparator. There's one tick less delay. So what happens here? Oh, and a torch. Let's not forget the torch. Otherwise nothing's going to work. Right. So our feed of items that come through our day's haul of caving is going to come along a line here, and it's going to fall into this hopper here. Now at the moment this hopper is pointing at nothing. So when items go into it, it has nowhere to put them. The hopper below can suck down, but because it's powered by this torch, it doesn't. Comparators give off a different redstone signal strength depending on how many items are in the container they're pointed at. So what you can do is, at the moment, if I put an item in here, it's not going to go anywhere, and it will. There's a limit. When a certain number get put in here, this redstone line turns on. When 19, 20, 21, 22, when 23 items are put in, that line turns on, powering the comparator, turning off the torch and allowing one item to go through to the top of the furnace in this instance, because it's iron, so it's going to go into the furnace first to be smelted. We will have a selector, a collection point for coal right next to it in a moment. The thing with this is you need a filler block. And I was thinking, what is it that I'll never ever have on me that I really hate and I'll never ever put into the system and clog it up? And the answer is, of course, a dead bush. They are the most useless item in the entire game, in my opinion. They're not even pretty, in my opinion. They're not decorative. So so I'm going to use dead bushes. The bonus of this was, of course, that now around our hub there aren't any dead bushes in the desert anymore, so it looks nicer. Iron, so I need 2 pieces of iron to get this ball rolling, and then I'll... Oh no, it's iron ore I want to sort, isn't it? Ah, what am I saying? I've smelted it all, haven't I? I've smelted all the iron ore. Yes, I have. I'll be right back. Honestly, you just want iron and maybe some gold, because you've smelted all that as well, and all you can find is diamond. It's just ridiculous. And I'm back. Well, I just spent ages looking for gold ore and just realised there's some in the chest here, so... got 11 diamonds from that little patch, though. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Sorry about that. We need to put 1 piece of iron ore here, and then a second one, and you'll see the second one disappears. That will not have made it to the furnace. It's now stuck in here. That's the two items that you're trying to sort that are lost. So if I put a third piece of iron in, it will make it into the furnace slot. It'll cope with backlog, because there's hoppers aplenty to hold the backlog if there's a ton coming through all at once. So yeah, that's the basics of it. It's very simple. If I build a second one of this right next to it now, they're actually completely tileable because of the way that the redstone pulse is so short. You can stick them right next to each other without any adverse effects. So what I want to do is I want a way to add coal to this. It's not ideal. What I really wanted was a way to evenly distribute the coal among all the furnace-based things, but hoppers don't work very well with evenly dividing things. So what I've decided I'm going to do is I've basically got iron is something that's smelted very often, so it gets coal first. Once that's completely full of coal, gold will start getting coal. So in terms of initial setup, there may be some problems. I'm going to have to feed it a lot of coal. Then the next furnace one is just smooth stone, which I don't want much of anyway. So this is only going to get coal if the other two have enough, and the rest don't need furnaces. So hopefully it won't be too much of a problem. So I'm just gonna cut ahead here and show you what it looks like when a second one of these is added here. Okay, well here we are. Once again, there's the very same setup right next to the other one. This one basically is exactly the same, however it does just feed into the section here. So if I add 1 more piece of coal, I've already added the 2 filter ones. It'll go through like that, and our furnace... there he is. Oh, I see. This torch is powering this. That's interesting. No, I can't feed it in through the top. I have to go in through the side. Let me think this over a second. You know what? I've decided this is probably a good thing, because ordinarily this hopper, and this hopper would have to be entirely full of coal before this works. However, now I think this one will only ever have 1 piece of coal in it. Quite possibly, or this should be smelting now. Yeah, there we go. So that fed the coal through. What happens if I put a load in here? I bet it's going to pile up in here. No? Yes? Hello? You're feeding through there. You're in there. You're in there. You're in there. And you're in there. I don't know where that came from. Very curious. It seems to work anyway. If there's any bugs, we'll have to work them out as we go. I should probably clear these away, shouldn't I? Be smart, Sparks. There you go. Look at him. Oh, I can't hit him from up. Oh, I can. Okay. Silverfish are weird creatures. They're also one of the hardest ever to farm, I think. And very buggy, I would say as well. Look at him. Look at them burn. No, they're not burning, but they should be. It's a lot of XP they drop, though. I can see why farming them is desirable. Yeah. I don't want them to damage my boots. Okay. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and attach these sorting filters around the back of this whole setup. I should have enough ores for my filters. I may run out of dead bushes though. Mixed as I feel about that. Okay, well, I'll see you all in a moment. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that you should have a hop pointing at the bottom chest, so when the iron's done it actually goes... Oh! Hello? Where did you come from? Aerophyte, there's a problem with your system. I think I'm going to have to move this one over. They seem to be interfering with each other. Crazy Man just signed in. He's telling me to go to Creative World and chuck some potions. I wonder what this is about. Let's try it. Okay, well I'm in the creative. What should we chuck? Why not poison? Why not? What am I looking for here? I see nothing. I see nothing unusual. Can you be more specific? I feel like one of those 20 question balls. Is it larger than a duck? I don't know if you ever played those 20 question games. They ask really odd questions to try and work out what you're thinking of, and it's actually really good at getting it. But one of the weirdest ones is it larger than a duck, and my other favourite is it heavier than a pound of butter? Which just a pound of butter. It could have been a pound of anything, in my opinion. I don't know what he wanted there. Well, I guess I'll get back to failing at redstone. Well, I've moved it over one. The coal seems to be feeding through. I'm just really surprised that I don't know why those dead bushes would have gone through. Something must have been. Do you know what it is? It's because I chucked an entire stack of stuff in there. Normally, it should only pick them up one at a time. But because I put a stack in, that signal got so strong that it depowered this. So Aerophyte, I'm sorry I misused your design, and that's why. Normally, you've got a line of hoppers coming along here, and they only pass one item at a time through this system. So that is my fault. Oh, let's see what Crazy Man has to say about potions. Wow. If Crazy Man thinks it's weird, it must be weird. So I could probably move this over again, actually. You may have noticed from the text chat that I left my headphones. Oh, I logged out, didn't I? It's not there anymore. Yeah, left my headphones at work. I'm using a weird pair. One of those ones which has got one side shorter than the other. So yeah, I feel a bit weird wearing these headphones, but needs must. It's a half-hour walk into work, so I'm not gonna do that. Maybe we'll discuss it in our two-player episode, even though that's due to come out before this one does. Okay, I'm going to shift this back over one because it uses less hoppers where it was before. Sorry for doubting you, Aerophyte. Crazy Man says hi. doesn't have his own channel to say hi on. He's so shy. But what can you do? The other problem is it sucked up all my iron ore. I have to go get some more iron now. Why? Okay, so normally there's a hopper feed like this that runs all the way around the top. And it should take only one item at a time. So this should sort the coal this time without getting too overpowered. There should only ever be one piece of coal running through at a time because it pulls them through one at a time. That looks good to me. The hiss is to be expected. If you add a repeater it doesn't do that, but I'm not certain whether that would break everything again. It's probably fine. Yeah, okay, so that was my bad. Sorry, Aerophyte. It's a good design, really. Honestly. So I was just heading over back to the main base to go get some more dead bushes for the filtering. And I see this, and there's something I object to about all this. It's just oh my god! He changed my purple to green? Oh, come on! That's not even fair! Alright everybody, well, done quite a bit today. I've got all the sensors set up under each of these. They've all got filters built into them. Finally got enough dead bushes to finish all the filtering. I've run out of iron for hoppers, so all the filters are done. The last filter for miscellaneous at the end here, there's no filter, the hoppers just run straight into it, but I've run out of iron, so that's all I'm going to do for today. We're also pretty much out of time. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next episode. Bye bye.